Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Here we go, set.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts him right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
First and 10, Taylor now. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 64 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, it's Taylor. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Okay, ready?
Now Lopez to throw from his end zone. And his throw is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw from his end zone. Lopez. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong. And this is going to wind up a safety. In fact, these two defenses that might come to play, one has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
It's a quarterback sneak. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down with Akers. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
It's David Ajabo there for the tackle. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run here with Akers. And he is out of bounds here. That's a gain of 7, and will leave them with second and goal coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends. Akers is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree, absolutely.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A tackle made by J.T. Woods.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Going right back to Akers. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Lopez. Off the play fake. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to be a 4th down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
More the man in motion. They'll run for it with Akers.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, that situation, Charles, where it's too long for the field goal. Why not take a chance on 4th down? And, boy, does it pay off handsomely.
And living with a lot of second guessing goes with the job description when you're the head coach. And most guys nowadays, they understand and study analytics. They have someone on staff that walks them through it and then talks in their ear on game day. So they're a lot more comfortable rolling the dice and going for it.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
To the right side, this is Taylor. To the 43, 2nd down. The Ravens in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing crossing route, and he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. Well, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
To throw on third down, Lopez. And that will be incomplete.
At the calmness of having played the ball here, no panic in his eyes. He's up to it. Tracked it from the moment of the quarterback's hand. That's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
A give up the middle to Akers.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
90 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Back to throw. Lopez. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes this an even-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Lopez, off play action. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know the other fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this is going to be returned from middle. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. 136 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run once more with Taylor. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. That could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A give running right is Akers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in the spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw is Lopez. Off the play fake. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Looking to throw. Lopez. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
19 right.
Back to throw. Lopez. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Frustration is definitely setting in because they've turned into a over and over, unable to come up with a catch this far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Out to his left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth.
Ready. Jump, 17.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Taken in at the 22. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Lopez now. Off play action. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now Lopez on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Lopez. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They'll spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that off.
And it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lopez. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Lopez on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be
he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Lopez going to throw again.
Complete to Likely.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Looking to throw. Lopez. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore